Myself Swati Guru. Today we are going to learn about the biology. What is biology? Biology word includes two parts. First is the bio and second is the logy. Bio means living organism and logy means logos means the study. Study of all types of living organism is known as the biology. So there are the different types of plants and animals are included in the biology. There are two branches of biology. First branch is the zoology and second branch is the botany. The father of biology is the Aristotle, who is also the father of zoology. But in case of botany, Theophrastus studied about the botany, who is the student of the Aristotle. So father of biology is the Aristotle. Let us see the zoology. Zoo means animals and logy means study. Study of animals are known as the zoology. It includes variety of animals. Study of animals is the zoology. Whereas in case of botany, study of plants. Study of plants are known as the botany. Study of animals, in this case there are diversity of animals are present on the earth. Different types of animals are present. Some animals are living on the land, they are called as a terrestrial animal. Some animals are living on the in the water, they are called as an aquatic animal. Some animals are living on the trees, they are called as arboreal animals. And some are flying in the air, they are called as aerial. Some are living both on land as well as in the water, they are known as the amphibian animals. So there are variety of animals and they are living in diversity. So like this, the characters of all the animals are different according to where they live. So the animals which are living on the land, they have adapted their body according to living on the land. For example, cockroaches, they are adapted to live on the land, so they are called as a terrestrial animals. Whereas in case of fishes, let us see the example of fish which are living in the water. Because the body of fish is a streamlined. Streamlined word means boat shaped body. Because fish are adapted to live in the water for swimming purpose. So their body is adapted for that purpose. The respiratory organ of fish is gills. But when we compare fish to the cockroach, the respiratory organ of cockroach is the trachea. Because they respire on the land, whereas fish are respiring the water. So they take dissolved oxygen which is present in the water. Next example of arboreal adaptation or arboreal habitat is is monkey. The body of monkey is adapted to live on the trees because their body is balancing with his tail. Tail is present for balancing, so they can climb from one branch to the another. So these are the three different animals which are different living on the different habitats. Aristotle is the father of zoology and Theophrastus is the father of botany. These two scientists studied on the biology and they came different new resources and new material available for student and research persons. There are many branches of biology. It includes anatomy, morphology, biochemistry, cytology, entomology, ecology, embryology. There are many branches and variety of studies after the 12th which are related to the biology. Let us see the first term, that is anatomy, which word is very important for 12th biology, for plants also and for animals also. Anatomy word includes study of internal structure of the plants and animals after dissection. We can study anatomy only after when we dissect plant or some parts of leaf or some parts of branch or some any other organ of the leaf. or in case of animals, we can dissect the internal digestive system of animal, respiratory system, circulatory system. So after dissection, we can study the internal parts of the plants or animals, and so we can name them the anatomy. So let us see the word anatomy. Anatomy. Study of internal structure of plants and animal after dissection is known as the anatomy. Study of internal structure. That means this term is not only related to animal but also related to the plants. Now, let us see the next term. It is called biochemistry. We know this term because there is after 12th we can do the BSc in biochemistry, BSc in embryology, BSc in ecology. There are many branches and we can do specialization also in the biochemistry. So let us see what is biochemistry. Study of chemistry of living matter is known as the biochemistry. The word biochemistry includes chemistry means composition. Chem means composition and nature, mode of formation and functioning. These all terms are included in the biochemistry. Means it is a chemistry of living matter. Living means both related to the plants and animals. So let us write here. It is the chemistry of living matter. Let us see the third term. It is called cytology. This word also include two parts. First is a cyto and second is a logy. Cyto means the study of cells and logy means logos, that means study. Study of cells are known as the cytology, or it is the study of cells. Our body is made up of cells. We already studied in the 11th, 10th and 9th class. That means our body, all body is made up of cell. Body of plant or organs of plants also made up of different types of cells. So first see the some study of the structure. Let us write the definition. Study of structure and function. Study of structure and functions of the cells and their organelle. It is called as the cytology. It includes structure and functions of cell and their organelles. Means cell includes different types of organelles. For example, let us see, a group of cells are called as an organ. Group of organs are called as a system. Group of systems are called our body. That means group of cells forms tissue. Different types of tissues are present in our body according to their location. In case of our heart, there are cardiac tissues are present. So, tissue is made up of different cells togetherly and they form the cardiac tissue. After that, when these tissues come together and form a one organ, it is called as a heart. We are seeing the example of heart. In case of heart, there are different tissues come together and form heart. Let's see the next example. That means different organs are made up of tissues and they form the system. Means in case of heart or in case of circulatory system, with the help with heart, there are circulatory system. That means there is artery, vein, capillaries are included in the circulatory system. These systems means respiratory system, circulatory system, digestive system come together and form our body. So our body is made up of only of cells. Cell is the basic unit of our life and also the basic unit of plants. Our body is made up of cells. Cell is the main function, main part of our body. Next term is the ecology. Ecology, it also has two parts, eco and logy. Study of relationship between organism and environment. Means we nowadays we see that one viral disease which coming in the environment, and it badly or adversely affect on our body. The name of that viral disease is known as the corona. We already know the detailed structure of corona. We heard every time on the newspaper, magazines, we read about what is corona and what is COVID-19 and its adverse effect on our body. So every environmental changes can directly affect our body. When seasons are changes, means summer changes into the winter or winter changes into the rainy changes into the summer, these sudden changes which occur nowadays, it also adversely affect on our body. It carries some infectious diseases, infectious viruses and bacteria which come contact with the every zoological organism and also on the plants. So ecology term includes study of relationship between organism and environment. Okay. Let us see the next term. It is called as a embryology. It also includes two parts, embryo and logy. Logy means study. Study of developmental stages of organisms up to hatching or birth is called as a embryology. Means life is coming from the different stages. Means some organisms are egg laying and some organisms giving birth to young ones. Organisms which are egg laying are called as oviparous, and which organism which gives rise to birth to young ones, they are called as a viviparous. So from the larval stage to mature stage, the lifespan of this is called as a embryology, means embryological development, means stages of organism up to hatching or birth. बर्थ होईपर्यंतचे जे स्टेजेस आहेत त्याला म्हणायचं एम्ब्रिओलॉजी. नेक्स्ट एंडोक्राइनॉलॉजी. Endocrinology. It also includes two parts, endo and crinology. What is endo? Endo means inside. The glands which are present in the body, they are called as a different types, endocrine glands. And some glands are excrete the hormones outside, they are called as exocrine. So endocrinology means study of endocrine glands and hormones action in animals is called as a endocrinology. Action of hormones in the body of the animals. Next term is known as the reproduction. We already studied in 11th standard that what is reproduction and types of reproduction in introductory level. So let us see the definition of reproduction. The process of formation of life from pre-existing life is called as a reproduction. Means what is the formation of this? Formation of life. Means one life is created from the pre-existing life. It is called as a reproduction. Re means again and production means produce or form. Again one new living organism is formed in this case, so it is called as a reproduction. Again produced or again formed. It includes two types. First is the asexual reproduction. And second is the sexual reproduction. asexual reproduction, there is a no fusion of two different gametes. Only single gamete or single parent is present in the asexual reproduction, because this asexual, this word include that no sex organs are present, two different sex organs are present in this type. Whereas in the sexual reproduction, two different sex organs are present, that means male and female. So there are different characteristics are present in different two types. Let us see first, that is asexual reproduction. It includes an individual can give rise to daughter individual by mitotic division. In this case, there is mitotic division occurs. What is mitotic division? We already studied in 10 that two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. It is one is a duplication division and one is a reduction division. In this case, this is a mitotic division, means new individual are formed. It is called as a daughter individual, which is same genetically similar to their parent. So this is called as a asexual reproduction. There is an absence of fusion of gametes. Two gametes are not involved in these types of reproduction. Next, in case of sexual reproduction, there is a male gamete and female gamete. Two gametes are involved in the reproduction. Male gamete and female gamete, two different gametes fuse and form a new individual. It is called as sexual reproduction. In the asexual reproduction, production of offsprings is carried out by a single parent. In this case, single parent is involved. And in this case, mostly two parents are involved. The offspring which form is called as a clone. It is called as a clone. We already know first clone babies of sheep. Next, in the sexual reproduction, if a male and female sex organs, male organ, it forms sperms, and in female organ, it forms ova. Sperm and ova. These are the two male and female gametes which involve and form new individual. It is a type of sexual reproduction. It is production of same parent or by different parents results in the formation of a new individual which are genetically different from the parents. These individuals are not like same as a male or female parent. And in case of asexual reproduction, daughter or the new offspring which is produced is look genetically similar to their parents. Let's see the next point, that is animals according to their feeding habitat. There are different animals are classified according to their feeding habitat. In the first, herbivorous. The animals which are feeding on the plant material or grass or leaf are known as the herbivore animal, which are depend on the plant material. Next term is carnivore. Carnivores. In that, these animals are depend on the other animals for their feeding purpose. Means, example, tiger depend on the deer or rabbit for their feeding purpose. They kill the deer or rabbit and feed that material. And the third term is the omnivores. The animals which depend on both plant and animal material, they are called as the omnivore. The animals are known as the herbivorous animals which depend on the plant. The animals which are known as a carnivorous animal, which animals are depend on the other animals for their feeding purpose. And the term omnivorous includes both these terms, means herbivore and carnivore. Means these depend on both plant as well as animal material. means they eat plant leaves also and dead animals also. Next term is a scavengers. Scavengers, these are the animals which depend. These animals are depends on the dead animals for their feeding purpose. Dead animals for their feeding purpose. That means these animals include some viruses or bacteria which are present in the soil. Bacteria or like microorganisms. They are depend on the dead animals, and from the same process they decompose that dead animals and which are present in the soil. So they are known as the scavengers. In these there is a two types, saprozoic and another is a parasitic nutrition. Saprozoic nutrition means it includes unicellular and some multicellular animals. In that unicellular animal, two examples we already studied, that is amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba is one of the unicellular animals and which has not defined shape. And in case of paramecium, it is a slipper shaped animal which has a cilia for their locomotion. It has two nucleus, one is a macronucleus and one is a micronucleus. One large nucleus is called as a macronucleus and another one small nucleus is known as a micronucleus, which is present in the paramecium. So these are the both two types of the unicellular organism. And other is a multicellular. We already studied about the cells. That means their body is made up of different types of cells. So they are called as a multicellular organism. And in case of amoeba and paramecium, it is called as a unicellular, means only single cell is present in that organism. And another term is a parasitic. Parasitic means totally depend on other organism. They live on that material, means some plants which are grown on another plant for their feeding purpose. Means the main plant photosynthesize and they prepare their own food, and the one plant which is depend on that plant takes photosynthesis material, that means chloroplast from that plant, and they survive on that plant material. So it is a parasitic. There are two types of parasitic, endoparasitic and exoparasitic. Endoparasite means some parasite organisms are present in our body. They are called as a endoparasite, and other are called as a ectoparasite. Let us see example of endoparasite. In rainy season or in some cases, ascaris is found in human body. It depends on the digested material which is present on our body, and they survive and multiply in our body. So we have to take medicines, types of medicines which are specially designed for that parasite, and after that taking that medicine we can remove that ascaris from our body. So it is a type of endoparasite. Another is a exoparasite. Let's see the example. Leech. It is present in damp spaces, which is very watery place. In that, when some animals which are going to take food, that animals, the leech attached to their skin. In a human also, when leech attached to human skin, it absorbs blood from human and survive on the digested or ready-made blood which is present in human body. So it is a type of ectoparasite. These two different types of parasites which we see according to meaning of that particular word. Endoparasite, which is present inside the body, ectoparasite, which is present outside the body. But we see that these two parasites are totally harmless for us, or which directly affects on our different system. Means it affects on digestive system, it affects on circulatory system also. but in exceptional case is a leech, because it is used in the medicinal purpose. Because when there is a blocking of blood or blocking of blood cells on any part of our body, at that time we purposely attach the leech on that particular part that can absorb the leech, that blood which is clotted blood is absorbed by the leech, and we can maintain the balance of our circulation of our body. So leech is very useful animal for our medicinal field also. So we study in this lecture, that is different types of different branches of biology, different terms of a biology, that means anatomy, biochemistry, cytology, ecology, embryology, endocrinology, reproduction, and types of nutrition and adaptation also. So this is a biology, and these are the introductory terms of biology which are very helpful for your 12th standard. And studying after 12th, the syllabus of NEET and MST which are totally depend on these basic terms. So you have to read it, learn it, and revise it. Thank you very much.